Roll call, please.
Okay, good morning. Taking a roll call here. Alameda.
Here.
Bart. I don't see Bart. Bart's absent. Biggs.
Here.
Gridley. Looks like Gridley's absent. Healdsburg.
Here. Here.
Thank you. Lodi.
Here.
Okay, is that Mikey?
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Carrie. If Mikey drops off, I'm here as well, so I'll end up picking up on the voting.
Perfect, thank you.
You're welcome.
Lompoc.
Here.
Palo Alto.
Here.
Plumas.
Larry Price for Pluma Sierra.
Thank you. Port of Oakland. I saw Andre. Reading.
Here, Nick Settle with Redding here.
Thank you. Roseville.
Here.
Santa Clara.
Here.
Shasta Lake. Shasta Lake's absent. Truckee.
Brian Wright here with Truckee.
Thank you. Ukiah.
Good morning.
Cindy Sowers. Thank you. And Port of Oakland. Do I have Andre on the phone?
Yeah, I just got back. We have some internet issues.
Okay. Thank
So
you.
I'm on my phone now.
Okay. Thank you, Andre. So we do have a quorum present. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Okay, item 2, approval of the minutes of May 28th commission meeting. If there are no corrections, I'll take a motion in a second.
Santa Clara moves.
Russo seconds.
Okay, motion and a second. Any further discussion? A roll call, please.
Okay. Taking a roll call vote. Alameda.
Yes.
Bart is absent. Biggs.
Yes.
Gridley is absent. Healdsburg.
Yes.
Lodi.
Yes.
Lompoc.
Yes.
Palo Alto.
Yes.
Port of Oakland.
Yes.
Reading.
Yes.
Roseville.
Yes.
Santa Clara.
Yes.
Shasta Lake is absent. Truckee. Oh, I see him there. Okay. Ukiah.
Yes.
Plumas.
Yes.
Okay. And do I have Truckee on the line? Okay. I'll mark him as absent. Thank you. Motion passes.
All right, thank you. Public forum. Any member of the public who desires to address the commission on any item considered by the commission at this meeting before or during the commission's consideration of that item shall so advise the chair and shall thereupon be given the opportunity to do so. Any member of the public who desires to address the commission on any item within the jurisdiction of the commission and not listed on the agenda may do so at this time. Do we have any members of the public at virtual location?
None in Healdsburg.
Okay, and we have none here. Okay, thank you. Moving on to reports and committee updates, General Manager's business report.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'm excited to work with all of you in my new capacity, and this is my first General Manager's update. So in preparation for that, I actually have a quick little slide deck just to provide some references. But again, first and foremost, I'm really excited about working with all of you. And just wanted to reaffirm that to the extent you have any thoughts, comments, suggestions for me as I engage kind of in this new role, please, I'm very open for your feedback. If you can go to the first slide, Carrie, if you don't mind. Just wanted to give you a sense of what I've been focusing on. I've been in the position for about a week and 3 days now, but I think we've already accomplished a lot as we're moving forward. I'm really focused on a smooth transition and working to develop ongoing relationships. We've engaged internally here at NCPA to reaffirm our current activities and priorities, working with external stakeholders, internal stakeholders, just again to ensure that industry and all of you have confidence in this transition and that we're continuing to move our business forward. Not necessarily as usual, looking for new opportunities to continue providing service to you in an enhanced way, but really focused on that transition and relationship building. Also working with the executive committee on reaffirming my initial goals and objectives. That will be my onboarding plan for the first year in this role, and really focusing on ensuring that the things that we're working on today are aligned with your strategic objectives, and ensuring that we're providing the best service we can to all of you. Also working through professional development. We have some important crisis communication training that our consultant Slot 16 will be providing to staff here in the next couple weeks. So that's not only for my benefit, but for the benefit of staff within this organization, because as you know, we do operate and maintain critical infrastructure, and it's important for us to understand how we will engage with you and the public at large in the event of an emergency. Obviously, trying to do everything we possibly can to avoid that, but we need to make sure that we are conducting ourselves in a way that's beneficial to the organization if that were to occur. So focusing on that type of training, and also working with Jane and her team to continue our ongoing efforts to advocate our policies and positions both at the federal and state level. And I'll be working actively with her team to continue those efforts and to ensure that we maintain our access that we've earned over the years through active engagement with Randy and Jane. And so that's a really important priority for me. So just wanted to give you a general sense of some of the things we're focused on. If you can go to the next slide, please. As far as initial key strategies, one thing I wanted to highlight for the commission, because I wanted to make sure that you're aware of these activities and have an opportunity to engage. But NCPA's current strategic plan is at the end of this year. So one of the key things we'll be working on is developing the new strategic plan that will apply for the period of 27 through 32. So I'll be reaching out to all of you with a plan for how we'll move that effort forward. Really looking to receive feedback from the membership to ensure that as we set our goals and priorities, that those are aligned with your needs as well. So a lot more to come in that area. We will, as an executive team here at NCPA, been working with my colleagues to support that effort by doing kind of a traditional SWOT analysis to take a look at the current state of the organization to see where we have strengths, weaknesses, otherwise, and with that information, we'll provide that to you to help support those efforts. We also have a number of near-term projects that have some key deliverables that are upcoming shortly. Pending questions, stay happy to do that, but not necessarily go into detail, but we're actively working on some new project development. One, the CT2 repower, two, the Kyber BEST project. Some of those projects, we will have to make some critical decisions as an organization here in the near future. So I wanted to make sure that that is on your radar, and we'll provide further context there. We are actively engaged, really, with a lot of good work by Jane's team on certain ongoing legislative activities. As one example, AB 2232 is a proposal to modify certain environmental requirements related to geothermal drilling. And in a nutshell, there's a proposal out there that could, in theory, allow certain exploratory drilling to occur within an unreasonable, in our opinion, distance from our existing reservoir. So right now there's a requirement that any new exploratory drilling happen at least 1/2 mile outside of an existing reservoir. And there's language pending out there that could potentially enable someone to drill closer than 1/2 mile. And obviously we have a significant investment in the geysers and are actively working down at the state capitol and with staff to try to mitigate and manage that accordingly. And also likely be working actively with CCWD and all of you on moving our Calaveras project relicensing discussions forward. We have our annual visit next month in July. Our commission meeting will be in Murphy's, and so it's a great opportunity for us to engage with CCWD see the project, firsthand. So I see that as a way of kind of reignite, starting that ongoing discussion. And so looking forward to working with you on all that. But just a general list. Go to the next slide, please. And again, I'll send this out, talks a little bit about our plan as far as how we're going to gauge on the strategic plan and the timeline. So I will be sharing this with all of you and your staff as part of that process. If you can go to the next slide, please. Today on your agenda for consideration, we do have a number of items listed under consent. Multitask general service or professional service agreements. These are primarily focused on enabling us to acquire services and products that allow us to continue operating our facilities. So just wanted to highlight the items that are presented on your agenda today, and we'll be able to answer questions about those to the extent you have such as we get into the agenda. And on the next slide, it will be a bit of the Mike DiBertoli show today, and I'm actually really excited about these proposals that we'll be presenting to you today. While there are investments involved in this work, all of these are really focused on engaging in active preventive maintenance at all of our facilities. So really is one of our strategic goals is really trying to focus on ensuring that we're maintaining our facilities to ensure reliable operations, and many of these requests that will be staff recommendations we'll be presenting to you today are focused on that goal. So we'll talk more about this as we go. And next slide, I'll pause there, and I'm happy to take or answer any questions you have, or if there's any other comments or thoughts that you'd like to share regarding my transition or otherwise. I'm happy to entertain that. I guess pending such, that would conclude my report. Yeah. Yeah. Are there any questions? I know at the last commission meeting, it was exciting personally for me, but it was fairly acute, and I understand there might be members of the commission that would like to provide some additional comments, and so I just want to raise that as an opportunity.
I can't find my raise hand button, so whenever.
Oh, no, thank you. Hey, Vic. Good morning, Vicki.
Good morning. I just wanted to comment because last time when we took our vote and affirming you as a selection as a regional manager, we didn't really have a chance to get home. And I just wanted to voice my support for your
Well, really, I truly appreciate your comments. That's so kind, and that does mean a lot to me, and it really does speak to what I truly believe in. I do know, NCPA is a business, but it is kind of a family business. I think we all are stronger working together. So one of my goals will be to ensure that we understand the needs of all the members and find common interest amongst you, and really focus on taking advantage of that through a joint action lens. So thank you so much for your comments, and I'm really excited to work with you and the balance of the commission as we look forward into the future.
Thank you. Anybody else that I neglected to allow comment from last time wish to say anything? All righty, thank you. So moving on to the executive committee report. The executive committee met this morning. A quorum was established. We received the GM manager's report and then ended the rest of our time discussing his onboarding. And with that, that concludes my report. If there are any questions. All right, thank you. 5, Facilities Committee.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I have a quick report from the Facilities Committee. The committee did meet on June 3rd to consider many of the items that are presented to you today. More specifically, under consent, the committee did review items 13 through 18, and also items number 19 and 20, the listed for discussion. While a quorum of the Facilities Committee was not established, those in attendance did generally express support for Commission's approval of these items. And pending any questions that the Commission may have, that concludes my report. All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. Finance.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. The Finance Committee has not met since the May Commission meeting. The next regular meeting will be held on August 4th at 10:30. So this concludes my report. Take any questions you may have.
No questions? Legal?
So the legal committee met on July 4th, June 4th. I must be excited about a vacation day. So we met on June 4th, and we talked about a couple of the items that we'll be discussing here further in closed session. We also talked about some fairly recent legal decisions and Attorney General opinions on issues regarding sharing information between commissioners and alternate commissioners. And it was a great discussion in which we got agreement between all of the folks who were able, all of the legal committee members who were able to attend. They do agree that you can share information between an alternate commissioner and a commissioner if someone is not able to go. That is closed session material. And we wanted, one of the things that I wanted was to make sure that I was
Hey
not.
Jane, is your mic on, or can you get closer to your mic?
I'm sorry, I'm usually so loud that anybody can hear me, but I'll talk straight into it. So, and I'm sorry, Melissa, I got Invisalign about 3 weeks ago, and I'm trying to be as articulate as I can, but I'm struggling. So,
No, you're good. Your volume's way better. Thank you.
okay, yeah, I guess I'm too self-conscious about that. But anyway, so in the legal committee, we discussed 2 items for discussion later in closed session today. We also covered an item, a question that had come up regarding whether alternates and commissioners could share closed session information. So say your alternate goes to one meeting and then the commissioner goes to the next, and there's a closed session item that carries across those 2 meetings. More recent Attorney General opinions say that yes, you can share that information between the alternate commissioner and the commissioner, or say the commissioner's been a part of discussions leading up to and in closed session, and then the alternate needs to attend the next meeting and vote on something in closed session. You can share the closed session discussion between the commissioner and the alternate commissioner. And the critical piece here was that the Attorney General's opinion is not crystal clear. And I wanted to be sure that your lawyers were also giving you the same advice. So we were all on the same page. I was happy to go, I was happy to hear that everyone agreed and read it the same way, because that's when it's difficult, is when you have some attorneys reading it one way or taking a different approach than others. But everyone who was able to attend that meeting felt that it was appropriate, because how else is an alternate commissioner is supposed to be informed, or the commissioner be informed about closed session discussions if they can't talk to each other about it going from one meeting to the next. So I wanted to let everyone know that we had that discussion. That was the conclusion of the discussion, and that we had a lot of great, participation and engagement. And I sent materials out in advance so people had a chance to read it, those who may not have faced this question before. So it was a really good discussion, and I just wanted to share out to everyone where we came down on that issue as a group of lawyers. I call those folks my law firm, and the law firm got together, and this is how we came down. So if you've got further questions, or you can talk to me or your attorneys on those issues. The other item that we talked about was, really looking at holding structure options for the NCPA projects and NCPA itself. We'll be coming back with a more detailed discussion on that in another couple of months. I was just giving an update to the legal committee on kind of our process and where we are. So more to come on that issue. And that's my report from the legal committee. Does anyone have any questions? Suds.
So, Santa Clara, we have Raj Chahal as the alternate commissioner for the commission. Is he automatically an alternate for the exec?
No, the executive committee is different from the commission. On the commission, you serve to represent your entity. And so alternates are allowed like in any other or most other situations. So on the commission, you have alternates. And I think Nico is one. I don't know if Basil may be an alternate as well. So if you're not here, they're able to vote. And for most items, they can vote in closed session. For the executive committee, you serve personally, and you serve to the benefit of the organization. So your allegiance on the executive committee is to the organization as opposed back to, in your case, Santa Clara. And so there are no alternates on the executive committee for that reason, is because it is a personal appointment and it is to the benefit of NCPA.
I think the proposal was to allow some alternates for executive.
That is a different proposal that you guys did not support as an executive committee. So this does not apply to the executive committee.
Okay.
The discussion I had with the lawyers applies to the commission and then to some of our committees where there are alternates. So whether it's L&R, you may be the commissioner, but you may have someone on your staff who is a government relations type person, or your UD may be your alternate. Then they can step in and vote for you. But on the executive committee, it's different. And that comes out of the bylaws.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Vicki? Okay.
Yeah. So thank you, Jane. I really appreciate you taking up this question because, as I recall, that was a gating item to the executive committee's consideration of whether or not alternates could benefit the executive committee similarly.
Yeah, we can, I leave that to the chair and folks, but we can add it to an XCOM agenda in the future if you would like to talk about that issue.
Any other hands raised? Okay, thank you. Moving on to legislative and regulatory.
Good morning. NCPA is preparing for an annual state and federal legislative staff tour, which will be held this year from July 20th to July 22nd.
Any hands up? No questions. Thank you. Item 9, member announcement and meeting reports. Anybody? Hearing none. Moving on to the consent calendar. All items on the consent calendar are considered routine and will be approved without discussion by a single roll call vote. Any commissioner or member of the public may remove any item from the consent calendar. If an item is removed, it will be discussed separately following the approval of the remainder of the consent calendar. Prior to the roll call vote to approve the consent calendar, the commissioners will be polled to determine if any member wishes to abstain from one or more items on the consent calendar. Does anybody wish to pull any items? If not, then Carrie will do abstentions.
Okay, I'm going to ask for any abstentions. Did Alameda?
No.
Bart is absent. Biggs?
No.
Ridley is absent. Healdsburg?
Nope.
Lodi?
Nope.
Lompoc?
No.
Palo Alto?
Sorry, I missed the first part of that. So
Did you
are we
wa-
doing the overall consent? What is,
Yes, we're doing the consent calendar. Did you want to abstain from any items?
I need to, yeah, I'm trying to abstain from 15.
15? Okay, thank you. Port of Oakland?
None.
Reading?
Abstain on 15.
Okay, thank you. Roseville?
No.
Santa Clara?
None.
Shasta Lake is absent. Truckee?
No.
Ukiah?
None.
And Plumas?
No.
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you. So with that, I'll entertain a motion to approve the consent calendar.
Alameda so moves.
Santa Clara seconds.
Okay, motion and a second. Any further discussions? Roll call, please.
Okay, roll call vote. Alameda?
Yes.
Bart is absent. Biggs?
Yes.
Ridley is absent. Healdsburg?
Yes.
Lodi?
Yes.
Lompoc?
Yes.
Palo Alto?
Yes.
Port of Oakland?
Yes.
Reading?
Yes.
Roseville?
Yes.
Santa Clara?
Yes.
Okay, Shasta Lake is absent. Truckee Donner?
Yes.
Ukiah?
Yes.
And Plymouth Sierra?
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 19, Resolution 2665. Mr. Michael?
All right, we're going on a shopping spree today. I got about $13 million to approve today. All of it is planned and all of it's budgeted. Okay, first up is the CT1 outage. We got the Alameda outage planned for January, the Lodi outage planned for February. We've got just a routine scope of work here listed that we intend to capture during that outage. The item of note there is the installation of varnish removal units. We're having some problems with the oil over there, so this will help us to keep that oil cleaned up. Next slide. Cost of the outage, you can see a breakdown of the different areas where we're going to be working. It'll be about $750,000. It's in the top table. The bottom table is the funding source, which we have developed in the maintenance reserve, and it's in the approved budget. Matches the amount in the table above. Next slide. So you can see the top table shows the maintenance reserve activity for the year. It shows the balance at the start, the contributions that we'll be making through the year, the outage work, and it shows an end of the fiscal year balance of just about $4.2 million. The bottom table shows the balance is projected out for the next 5 years, ending at $2.3 million in fiscal year 32. Next slide. This is a CEQA statement showing the reasons why this work is exempt. And the final slide. We're looking for an approval of Resolution 2665 authorizing the CT1 combustion turbine facilities 2027 outages
and delegating authority to the general manager as designee to award bids, execute agreements, and to issue purchase orders for the outage in accordance with NCPA purchasing policies and procedures without further approval by the commission for a total project cost not to exceed $749,210 and approval to spend that same amount from the maintenance reserve fund. Any questions on this project?
Any questions online? And hearing no questions, with that, I'll entertain a motion in a second.
Alameda so moves.
Santa Clara seconds.
Okay, motion and a second. Any further comments or discussion? Roll call, please.
Okay, Alameda,
Yes.
Bart's absent. Biggs,
Yes.
Ridley is absent. Healdsburg,
Yes.
Lodi,
Yes.
Lompoc,
Yes.
Palo Alto,
Abstain?
Port of Oakland,
Yes.
Reading,
Abstain.
Roseville,
Abstain.
Santa Clara,
Yes.
Shasta Lake is absent. Truckee Donner,
Yes.
Ukiah,
Yes.
and Plumas.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 20, Resolution 2666. Michael?
All right, since Jake happens to be here today, I'll just let him present his own item.
All right, well, good morning, everyone. Today, I'll be presenting for your consideration a approval of a contract or a budget, rather, to perform independent consultant services for our upper dams. So the federal government, through their Part 12 regulations, are required, or they stipulate, rather, that licensees have their facilities, their dams in particular, inspected once every 5 years by someone independent of the project and qualified. For our delight, this coming year is inspection of Lake Alpine Dam and Utica Dam. And so they are part of this process. You recently approved the process for Spicer this last year, so this is similar to it. It's a big uplift over what had previously been required of us. It really was due to the Oroville spillway incident back in 2017. Anyways, this comprehensive assessment is for Lake Alpine. They stipulated that to us in September of 2025, and we've had follow-up meetings with them via conference call to review their specific requirements for our project. Next slide, please. This picture of Lake Alpine Dam. It is our highest dam that we operated up in the Sierras. It's also quite an old structure, well maintained, but is our oldest asset. Next slide, please. Utica Dam, another aerial view of that facility. Those are fairly similarly located up on the North Fork of the Stanislaus River, contributing water flows that are pulled in through the North Fork Tunnel and ultimately generate power at New Spicer Meadows and Collierville. Next slide, please. So as far as the required services, there's a lot of file research is required. In the past, our independent consultant projects were about a fifth to this of this level of effort. So basically a five-fold increase, and that's really due to the amount of file research that's necessary to meet current FERC requirements. Once we go through our competitive bidding process, we will need to send to FERC, and have actually already done this 2 weeks ago, our proposed independent consultant. They have 2 months to review that consultant's qualifications, and then we're going to immediately begin that work. The reports themselves are due to FERC in October of 2027, but there is about a 1.5 years of work required to get to that point. Any findings that come out of those reports, NCPA is required to develop a compliance plan, and we have a month to develop that plan. We do intend to begin the work itself next month, pending your approval. Next slide, please. This is a picture of the Murphy's office, our warehouse, where basically we have a team of the federal government regulators. We had, particularly there were 3 of them, from the deputy director of the San Francisco office down to individuals from the DC office. And then we have a team of operators and then outside consultants. So we typically have about 5 outside consultants. FERC requires that each engineering discipline be represented by a subject matter expert. So a pretty large sector of professionals reviewing the facilities there. Next slide, please. So the base costs for the independent consultant services are estimated to be $477,000 with a contingency of 10% applied. We estimate the work to be $525,000. This is similar to what we had for Spicer Meadows, which came in just around $600,000 as well. The project will be competitively bid. Funding for the project will come from budget funds collected for the fiscal year 27 budget. Next slide, please. As far as environmental analysis, these proposed activities of the FERC Part 12 IC inspection project are exempt from the provision of CEQA pursuant to sections 15309. Class 9 is described of Title 14 of the California Code of Regulations, 15,000. This project consists of actions by regulatory agencies for inspections. A notice of exemption was approved by the NCPA Commission on October 24th, 2024 for this class of work, and was filed in Alpine County on January 8th, 2025. Thus, this project conforms to these exemptions. So our proposal is to approve Resolution 2666, authorizing the FERC 11563 Part 12 Independent Consultant Inspection Project and delegating authority to the General Manager or his designee to award bids, execute agreements, and to issue purchase orders for the project in accordance with NCPA purchasing policies and procedures, without further approval by the Commission, for a total not to exceed of $525,000 to be funded from the approved fiscal year 27 hydro budget.
Any questions online? Suds?
I understand these are dam safety inspections and evaluations. Do we look at sediment as well in this?
In this particular project, well, in general, yes, sedimentation would be evaluated if it impacts operations. For these reservoirs, there is not a sedimentation issue. The reservoirs and the watersheds are on granite, and so there is some, but very inconsequential.
Motion to approve?
Okay. Do you have a second? Okay, motion and a second. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Okay, a roll call vote. Alameda,
Yes.
Bart is absent. Biggs,
Yes.
Gridley is absent. Healdsburg,
Yes.
Lodi,
Yes.
Lompoc,
Yes.
Palo Alto,
Yes.
Port of Oakland,
Yes.
Reading,
Abstain.
Roseville,
Yes.
Santa Clara,
Yes.
Shasta Lake is absent. Truckee Donner,
Yes.
Ukiah,
Yes.
and Plumas.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 21, Resolution 2667. Michael?
All right, moving over to LEC, we're also starting to plan for the spring outage next year. Next slide. You can see it's a big one. It's actually a 2-month-long outage. So this is the FX upgrade that will be installed during that outage that will allow higher efficiency and higher power outputs out of LEC. And so in addition, while we're there, we were fortunate in one regard that we did not operate LEC very much in the last year, is that it did not produce extra wear on the belly band that we're tracking. And so we did not have to take an unplanned outage to replace that. So we will be able to capture that belly band work during that outage as well. In addition to the turbine work, we've just got a whole slew of regular routine maintenance that we're expecting to complete during the outage. Next slide. So this is a forecast of our true-up costs. So one of the things that comes about as a part of the FX upgrade, because of the grant that we received, that we do have to perform the FX, basically what is affect the hot gas path early. And when you stop using the parts early, that does incur a cost. And so this is our forecast for the true-up cost. We've projected it as part of the overall cost of that project. It's unfortunate that the unit hasn't run as much. That number does get a little bit larger now. And what that really is doing is eating into the value of the grant that we received. So we will continue tracking. The numbers in yellow are the forecast. You can see it hasn't been updated for May and June yet. Fortunately for May and June, we've beat the forecast numbers, which starts eating into those costs a little better. So let's hope that we continue to beat the forecast for the coming months so that we can drive that number down smaller. Basically, the more hours or the more starts that I get on that unit, the more that number goes down. So, next slide. Overall cost of the project. The top table shows the cost of the various items that we're looking to spend. That's $7.5 million roughly. Down at the bottom is a table that shows the various approved budgeted sources where we would obtain that funding. From fixed maintenance to the surface water piping project to the O&M annual project, and as well as maintenance reserve fundings. Next slide. And so here's the maintenance reserve table, and you can see on the top table at the conclusion of fiscal year 27, the balance on the maintenance reserve will be just about $1 million. And in the bottom table, you can see that starts building back up again till it's about $5.7 million at the end of fiscal year 32 as we work to build that reserve again for the next major outage coming up on the unit in the future. Next slide. So again, a lot of SQL language here to basically state that this work is exempt. Next slide. And we're looking for an approval of Resolution 2667 authorizing the LEC 2027 Spring Outage Project and delegating authority to the general manager or his designee to award bids, execute agreements, and issue purchase orders for this work in accordance with NCPA purchasing policies and procedures without further approval by the Commission for a total project cost not to exceed $7,545,428 and approval to spend $6,226,878 from the Maintenance Reserve Fund. Any questions?
Hearing none, I will entertain a motion to approve.
Santa Clara moves approval.
Do I have a second? Biggs will second it. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Okay, roll call vote. Alameda?
Yes.
Bart is absent. Biggs?
Yes.
Ridley is absent. Healdsburg?
Yes.
Lodi?
Yes.
Lompoc?
Yes.
Palo Alto?
Abstain.
Port of Oakland?
Yes.
Reading?
Abstain.
Roseville?
Abstain.
Santa Clara?
Yes.
Shasta Lake is absent. Truckee Donner? Okay. Truckee? Okay, absent.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Ukiah?
Yes.
And Plumas?
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 22, Resolution 2668. Michael?
All right, this is for an interconnection study. So one of the things that needs to happen for the FX upgrade is that because it produces extra power, that does trigger the large generator interconnection process. And so we do need to run that through. So while the upgrade will be installed next year, it will only be operated as an energy only until this study gets done and we get authorization. The Cal ISO heat map shows we got room and availability on the system to be able to accommodate this project, so we're not expecting any big problems, but unfortunately we do get caught up in that process and we'll have to work our way through that CalISO process. Next slide. So we do have a study deposit, which is what this project is to get that CalISO process going. For this particular piece of the work, the CalISO process, it is exempt. The overall ethics project was not exempt, but that was already gone through with the Air District and the California Energy Commission, and all of that was settled out when we authorized the whole FX upgrade last year. Next slide. So we are looking for an approval of Resolution 2668 authorizing LEC CalISO Transmission Interconnection Study, FX, and delegating authority to the general manager as designee to award bids, execute agreements, and issue purchase orders for this work in accordance with NCPA purchasing policies and procedures without further approval by the Commission for a total project cost not to exceed $325,000 to be funded from the approved fiscal year 27 O&M projects budget. Any questions on what we're doing with CalISO?
Santa Clara moves approval.
Thank you. Do I have a second? Biggs will go ahead and second. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Okay, roll call. Alameda,
Yes.
Bart is absent. Biggs,
Yes.
Ridley is absent. Healdsburg,
Yes.
Lodi,
Yes.
Lompoc,
Yes.
Palo Alto,
Abstain.
Port of Oakland, Reading,
Abstain.
Roseville,
Abstain.
Santa Clara,
Yes.
Shasta Lake is absent. Truckee Donner,
Yes.
Ukiah,
Yes.
and Plumas.
Yes.
Okay, do I still have Port of Oakland on? Did you want to vote? Okay, thank you. Motion passes. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Item 23, Resolution 2669.
All right, so believe it or not, LEC is getting to be an older facility now, and an older facility, you end up with some fairly major overhauls on pieces of equipment. This particular one is for the cooling tower fill and drift eliminators. Basically what you end up with is acres upon acres upon acres of surface area jammed into this cooling tower, and it is all made of plastic. The whole purpose of the fill is to get the water that's coming down on it to sheet out to as much surface area as possible, so that as the air is flowing across it, you get as much evaporation as possible, and that evaporation causes cooling. Unfortunately, between water quality and air and sun, all these things began to break down, and we're really starting to see that now. We're seeing quite a lot of sagging on the materials, and we're seeing gaps opening up where water's starting to bypass the fill and just fall down into the basin. And so ultimately, it is time to replace those. Before we made the decision on this bigger project, it was, I think, 2 years ago, we did one cell to just so that way we could test and see all the internals and really validate whether the material was bad or not. And we did validate that the material was ready and due for replacement. So next slide. And so this is the overall scope of work that we're looking to do in there with the fill. It includes scaffold, crane, and various rental equipment and incidentals. Next slide. As far as the project, it is exempt from CEQA, as noted here. And next slide. We're looking for a resolution, approval of Resolution 2669, authorizing LEC cooling tower fill and drift eliminator replacement project, delegating the authority to the general manager as designee to award bids, execute agreements, and to issue purchase orders for this work in accordance with NCPA purchasing policies and procedures without further approval by the Commission for a total project cost not to exceed $1,800,000 to be funded from the approved fiscal year 27 O&M projects budget. Any questions on this project? Yes.
Is this facility sort of a standard design? I'm kind of curious about the sagging and the need for a center support. I mean,
Yeah,
this has been proven out at other places. Whoever built this, the contractor that built this, do they have any liability for this? Or, I mean, was it misdesigned or?
No, it wasn't misdesigned. What ends up happening is you end up with a little bit of scale inside, and that scale starts adding weight, which is where you get some of the sagging. But just taking a look at the design, we are going to add some additional supports to try and prevent the sagging. But that doesn't really eliminate the brittleness and the scale buildup that's in there. While the scale is relatively minor, the water quality we run is pretty good. You still get it, and you still get the age. And the part that's really problematic is the plastic pieces that are breaking and ending up in the condenser and throughout the circulating water components. So it's an age thing. It just really is where this is at.
But could we replace the plastic with metal or?
No, that would probably be worse. You'd probably end up with worse corrosion problems. But no, it would be prohibitive, expensive, and your structure would be off as well.
Okay, and what is, we had this issue with the strainers at Geo. If these plastic pieces break off and get into the condenser, what is the damage that could happen?
Oh, it's a cleanup thing for now because we're identifying it and we're cleaning it up. Ultimately, if you just let it go and then you just get lots of plastic pieces breaking off, what will happen is you'll plug up your condenser and then you'll be in a forced outage to go clean it up.
I see.
Yeah,
It's not catastrophic.
It's not a catastrophic.
Okay.
No.
Motion to approve.
Okay, do I have a second? Biggs will go ahead and second. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Okay, Alameda,
Yes.
Bart is absent. Biggs,
Yes.
Ridley is absent. Healdsburg,
Yes.
Lodi,
Yes.
Lompoc,
Yes.
Palo Alto,
Abstain.
Port of Oakland,
Yes.
Reading,
Abstain.
Roseville,
Abstain?
Santa Clara,
Yes.
Shasta Lake is absent. Truckee Donner,
Yes.
Ukiah,
Yes.
and Plumas.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 24, Resolution 2670. Michael?
Okay, so this is the torque converter refurbishment. So a while back, we bought a new torque converter to have in spare parts, and so the way we rolled with it is that torque converters are very delicate parts in some regards. They're important for the starting up of the combustion turbine. They do wear out and break, and so we want to prevent the breakage. And so we installed the new torque converter and pulled this one out of service. And since we didn't want to ship it off right away because we wanted to prove out the new torque converter to make sure that one wasn't going to have any initial defects. We've now proved out the new torque converter. It's working reliably. So now what we want to do is send this torque converter out for refurbishment. And when it comes back, it will be all ready to go. So either for a breakage or for the next time an overhaul comes due. So this gets us a nice rotational part for this critical piece of equipment. Refurbishment costs are about $250,000. Next slide. From a CEQA perspective, it's exempt work. And the next slide. And so we're looking for approval of Resolution 2670 authorizing the LEC CT torque converter refurbishment project and delegating authority to the general manager or his designee to award bids, execute agreements, and issue purchase orders for this work in accordance with NCPA purchasing policies and procedures without further approval by the Commission for a total project cost not to exceed $250,000 to be funded from the approved fiscal year 27 O&M projects budget. Questions?
Any questions online?
I just have one final comment too. These torque converters, I think there was 7 of them made of this particular model before Siemens went to an entirely different direction. So having the spares ready to go is really critical because this is going to be a super long lead item if we get caught out.
All right, if no other questions, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
I agree for having the spares Santa Clara moves approval.
Okay, do I have a second?
Lodale, second.
Okay, thank you. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Okay, Alameda,
Yes.
Bart is absent. Biggs,
Yes.
Ridley is absent. Healdsburg,
Yes.
Lodi,
Yes.
Lompoc,
Yes.
Palo Alto,
Abstain again.
Port of Oakland,
Yes.
Reading,
Abstain.
Roseville,
Abstain.
Santa Clara,
Yes.
Shasta Lake is absent. Truckee Donner,
Yes.
Ukiah,
Yes.
and Plumas.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 25, Resolution 2671. Michael?
All right, so this is one of the most frustrating projects. I always hate bringing these types of things. So you have all your electronics and modern controls to really be able to handle the advanced stuff that's going on out there to produce power and to do it efficiently. Those advanced controls have software. Software needs patches to maintain security. Get your patches done, and they say, oh, the patches don't work with your hardware, so now you got to update your hardware. So it's a vicious cycle. The manufacturers of all these products, they have certain windows which they guarantee support, and then once you're outside those windows, you're kind of on your own. And so we're now reaching that point where we're kind of hitting the almost outside the window of the support for the current versions. So we got a new version to update. The software itself we have covered under a service agreement with Siemens. So we're not paying anything for the software. As a part of that service agreement, one of the benefits we get is discounts on hardware. But we did not have them include the hardware. That just made the service agreement unreasonable. And given that the hardware needs were really unknown, it made it difficult to plan as part of the service agreement. So this particular project is to replace that hardware to make it compatible with the new software so we could keep it up to date with all the latest and greatest cyber requirements for security and reliability, and as well as to maintain support. Next slide. Again, this CEQA statement shows that the project is exempt. And the next slide. We're looking for approval of Resolution 2671 authorizing the LEC DCS PLC hardware replacement project and to delegate authority to the general manager or his designee to award bids, execute agreements, and issue purchase orders for this work in accordance with NCPA purchasing policies and procedures without further approval by the Commission for a total project cost not to exceed $855,000 to be funded from the approved fiscal year 27 capital projects budget. Any questions? Yes.
It says that the equipment is not proprietary to Siemens. Do they build it, or does somebody else build it?
There's two pieces to this. That's a little confusing. So we've got Siemens components that we're replacing, but then there's certain non-Siemens components that need to be replaced to be compatible with the new Siemens components. So those non-Siemens components that we're buying aren't proprietary to the Siemens, and those items we're going out for bid for.
And so, being that they're not captive to Siemens, bidding them out, are there multiple manufacturers? Do we get a better price?
Yeah. So for those components, we're going to have multiple bids, and we'll select from the best products that are compatible with the Siemens protocols for communications.
I see. Okay, thank you. Motion to approve.
Okay, do I have a second? Biggs will go ahead and second. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Okay, Alameda,
Yes.
Bart is absent. Biggs,
Yes.
Ridley is absent. Healdsburg,
Yes.
Lodi,
Yes.
Lompoc,
Yes.
Palo Alto,
Abstain.
Port of Oakland,
Yes.
Reading,
Abstain.
Roseville,
Abstain.
Santa Clara,
Yes.
Shasta Lake is absent. Truckee Donner,
Yes.
Ukiah,
Yes.
and Plumas.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you. Item 26, Resolution 2672. Michael?
Okay, so this is for painting and preservation. We've got a lot of wear and tear showing up on our HRSG. The appearance of the facilities is a condition of certification in the CEC license, and so if we don't maintain it, they will be knocking on our door. And in fact, they did ask about it, and we showed them that we had this in the budget to start working on, so they were pretty satisfied with our answer. Next slide. It's $650,000 to do this particular work. And next slide. And so we are, again, it is exempt work according to our CEQA statement here. And the next slide. And we're looking for approval of Resolution 2672, authorizing the LEC HRSG Paint and Preservation Project and delegating authority to the general manager as designee to award bids, execute agreements, and to issue purchase orders for this work in accordance with NCPA purchasing policies and procedures without further approval by the Commission for a total project cost not to exceed $650,000 to be funded from the approved fiscal year 27 O&M projects budget. And this is not the entire HRSG we're painting. We're just targeting select areas that have damage and wear on them. And we're going to start seeing painting and preservation come up in the future budgets as well as we start identifying more things to preserve. Any questions?
No other questions? I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Santa Clara moves approval.
Do I have a second? Biggs will second. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Okay, Alameda,
Yes.
Bart is absent. Biggs,
Yes.
Ridley is absent. Healdsburg,
Yes.
Lodi,
Yes.
Lompoc. Okay, Palo Alto,
Abstain?
Port of Oakland,
Yes.
Reading,
Abstain?
Roseville,
Abstain?
Santa Clara,
Yes.
Shasta Lake is absent. Truckee Donner,
Yes.
Ukiah,
Yes.
and Plumas.
Yes.
Okay, do I still have Lompoc on the line?
Yes, I'm sorry, yes.
Okay, thank you. Motion passes.
All right, thank you. Item 27, Resolution 2673. Michael?
All right, penetration seals, LEC. So penetration seals are where the boiler tubes pass through the HRSG casing. The boiler tubes have it's not all of the tubes, but there's certain pipes for water or steam that come through, and because of the temperature, these things grow dramatically, and because they grow, you need an expansion joint to allow for that movement, but that joint has to seal up the opening so that the hot gases don't escape. And these are super high wear items. We've been working our way around the HRSG, targeting the worst ones first, and as we target the worst ones, then the ones that we didn't touch become the worst ones in future years. And so this has been a multi-year project that we've been working on, and we're just working our way through the HRSG, and at one point we'll have all of them done, and it'll probably be time to start over again at the beginning by the time we get them all done. Next slide. So it includes some scaffolding support, and this particular seals are at the top of the HRSG, so we'll build a little dance floor up there for them to work on to keep it safe while they're doing it. We'll have some insulation removal to get access to these particular seals and various incidentals that go along with the project. It's a $600,000 project. Next slide. And just a picture of what the seal looks like right here. Next slide. And so the CEQA statement shows it's an exempt project. And next slide. We're looking for approval of Resolution 2673, authorizing the LEC HRSG penetration seals project and delegating authority to the general manager as designee to award bids, execute agreements, and to issue purchase orders for this work in accordance with NCPA purchasing policies and procedures without further approval by the Commission for a total project cost not to exceed $600,000 to be funded from the approved fiscal year 27 O&M projects budget. Yes.
These things fail because of thermocycling as we cycle the plant.
They're rubber. I mean, is basically what they amount to, and so it's just the heat. Yeah, it's not so much cycling itself is just being heated up. It just cooks the components.
Okay, it's just basically the dry rotting of the rubber.
So to speak, yeah.
It's that expensive for rubber seals?
Oh, it's the installation of them all, and it's. I mean, keep in mind this is just not your ordinary rubber. We're talking 1,500 degrees.
I get it.
It's really high temperature stuff.
All right, Santa Clara moves approval.
Mr. Chair, before you accept his motion, I just want to mention one thing regarding this one and the 6 previous. As Mike stated, most of these are in the budget that we approved for the fiscal 27 budget, but that budget kicks off next week. One of the things that we were concerned with is he's got $10-12 million in front of you today that most of that has been approved. We collect this 1/12 per month, but many of these projects are not scheduled until that spring outage, as he stated. So from a collection of funds we have today, plus what we're going to collect over the 27 budget year, from a cash flow and a liquidity standpoint, we are going to be okay on all these projects. And so the participants in LEC are not going to be asked to pony up any additional money to get us into that outage. So we're good to go.
That's good information. Thank you. All right, so Suds, you have a motion?
I did make the motion.
Okay, do you have a second? Okay, I'll go ahead and second it. Any further discussion? Roll call, please.
Okay, Alameda,
Yes.
Art is absent. Biggs,
Yes.
Ridley is absent. Healdsburg,
Yes.
Lodi,
Yes.
Lompoc,
Yes.
Palo Alto,
Abstain?
Port of Oakland,
Yes.
Reading,
Abstain?
Roseville,
Abstain?
Santa Clara,
Yes.
Shasta Lake is absent. Truckee Donner,
Yes.
Ukiah,
Yes.
and Plumas.
Yes.
Okay, motion passes. Thank you.
Thank you. Now we're time to go into closed session. Jane, would you take us into closed session, please?
Yeah, so at this point, I'd like those of you in remote locations to please put signs on your door. This closed session is one where you can include 2 essential staff. So if you have folks who are essential to this discussion, they can remain, but you can only have 2. And so I'm also going to kick, NCPA staff off. If you guys could leave the call, that'd be super helpful. I think Sandra's in the room. She's got money planning issues, I think.
I'm gonna go ask John.
Yeah. And we've got a couple things we need to do here, so please hang out a second. Carrie's taking care of a couple things. Okay, so at 11:47, we're back into open session and we've restarted the recording. Okay. Is Vicki back?
I see
She's-
her, but
That's the
that's
previous
clerk,
place. So we need to just wait a minute for Vicki to reopen the computer in the other location.
there she is. There she is. Okay. Okay, she's back.
Okay, so at 11:48, we are back into open session.
Okay. We're back in open session. No reportable action?
No, we actually have reportable action in this case because
I'll
we,
let you report out then.
yeah, we accepted and opportunity to resolve our liability regarding the IT sites offered by the Department of Toxic Substances Control and the Cooperating Generators Group regarding waste disposal at the Panoche and Vine Hill facilities for a total cost of around $900,000. Thank you.
Okay,
Good.
that's it. All right. Well, thank you. Any new business? Anybody online with their hand up? All right, well, hearing none, we're adjourned. Thank you, everyone. Have a safe trip home.
Thank you.